You just have this incredible double rainbow over the ocean here. It's very, very bright. Wow. Ektas. Off here.
Can you hear me like this?
Perfect. And the picture's really clear too.
That's good.
And the love is just delicious.
Ah. There's quite some activation. Oh, it's really nice to sit in connection with it.
Yeah. No need to understand it. No need to solve it.
I was trying to understand it and solve it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's one possibility, but
Oh. It's energy.
say again.
It's just energy.
It's just energy. I mean, it's, like usually there's like a movement. So, I mean, something should be different. I mean, and then all the reasons and rationalizations and the momentum and like the vortex of that.
I have to look at it, and I have to sit with it,
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
in order for it to dissolve. Ah,
Yeah. It's like that story I've told about Popsy. He talks about you finally with the beloved, alone in the bedroom, and you're just starting to caress each other and enjoy being together, and there's a knock on the door. And from the knock, you can hear it's your ex-lover. And from the tone of the knocking, you know that they want to fight.
yeah.
And he's questioned, do you open the door?
No, but I want the knocking to stop. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, and just that wanting it to stop. Just checking and seeing, is that something that you do, or is it something that happens by itself?
it's really a movement to stop the stream or to stop life. It wants to get a grip or hold or control or
Exactly. And who does it? Just out of interest, just really looking to see. It's like that movement happens. As far as I can see, we never do it. It's just something that just comes up. And then suddenly as it comes up, then it seems personal and it seems like, yeah, something. But it's just in a way, it's a bad dream. So what do you do when you're having a bad dream? You can kind of stay in it and try and solve it within the dream, or you wake up.
this this thing that makes it so personal. It's such it's so strong. How and it goes with uh, yeah,
And yet you haven't lost your sense of humor.
no.
Hmm. And as we're resting here, can you sense the flow that happens just sweetly and without effort, just in resting together? Yeah.
Yes, it's also this balance point that the tendency is to go to the you know
Yeah. Yeah, because it's loud, it's loud, and so it pulls attention. But, once your attention goes there, you can see, look, is it really worth going there? It's just like, then all the things you've heard, just be with it, and like all that stuff. But really and truly, yeah, I don't know if any of that's necessary. It's just like,
yeah,
okay,
it just feels actually like ripples, like
mm,
everything,
mm,
like
exactly, exactly.
enthusiasm and everything. It's just
Mm,
movement.
mm.
Ah, and I still want to know what it is, and that you tell me what it is exactly.
If you like to, we can play. So describe what produced the activation.
Connection with someone, and some sense of feeling unlovable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Based on?
You are really direct. um, based on words about feelings that I that, yeah, Jesus Christ. Wow.
It's interesting to see, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow, like, does the tension, does the measurement happen based on what someone says, how they act, or is it our interpretation of how they're acting? I mean, it's just like, okay, if someone says something, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's that. Someone said something. That's actually all.
Yeah, that's it. And then something goes, oh, that means they don't love me, or I'm unlovable. Even, yeah. Not that they don't love me, that I'm unlovable.
Yeah. Because you have these really sweet people and everybody loves them, but I'm not like that, and I will not blah blah. Oh, it's nice to just say it.
Yeah, just to see it. It's just common movements. I think all of us know that in some form or another. And it's like whatever they're saying, are they talking about us? Are they talking about their uh, perspective of us? Are they talking about our personality? Or what are they actually? It's like, and what does any of it mean? It's just like,
It's so strange that it does get triggered because I know all this, of course, but it's
of
oh
course, yeah. It's interesting just to see, yeah,
yeah.
somewhere. So you see, okay, it's a trigger based on who knows where it comes from or what. Really, because the trigger can come from, generations back. We just don't know.
Now I feel it's so. Yeah, I start feeling the grounding in welcoming this feeling because
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
otherwise I'm trying to avoid this, you know?
Yes. I understand. Yeah.
And
So
I,
we took a look. We just took a look. We didn't
yeah,
try and change anything. We didn't try and fix anything. We just, okay, what happened?
some bird sang a song and I got triggered.
And even to say I got triggered,
Yeah,
triggering happened.
yeah, thank
Yeah. If it was up to you, you wouldn't get triggered. It's like that. So somehow triggering happened.
Yes, and I notice how I go in life with less and less walls in front of me, but then, you know, I have less walls, but then new things get touched. Yeah, just like
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Funny laughters. If you want to practice and see how easy it is to get touched, just write an opinion on Facebook. And you have all these crazy ideas that come floating around and projections.
It's so stupid because when I feel most loved, it's not personal. It's just
It's,
we are so stupid. Like,
it's yeah. It's just loving love. I mean, you know, it's just, I'm sitting here, there's so much love flowing at the moment. It's just, wow. I mean, as soon as we sat together, I could just feel the field of everybody. Man, it's beautiful.
thank you, Isaac, for your willingness to sit with everything.
Oh, this is such an easy one. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thanks for playing. Yeah. Esther.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Esther.
There's something besides what I sense and feel, what I would love to explore with you, because I have no idea how to do it. You know that I take care for a little boy for time at time.
Ah, yeah, you mentioned it.
And his mom went to the hospital for an inquiry, and now she has a good tumor behind her eyes.
Oh, wow.
But they say up till now they don't tell the boy anything, and then everything in me start to get because I don't want to tribute to him such a secret world where he sends it, and then I mean it's not my job to tell it him, but I don't know how to. I don't know. I mean, for me, it feels like, oh, I don't want to get involved in all that secret stuff. And, but it's not to me to tell it him. So I don't know how to deal with that now. Because of course it's triggering stuff in me.
Enjoy him and be just as genuine with him as you can. It's not, like you said, it's clear, it's not your job to tell him. If he asks you, You see how you respond in that moment, but
Yeah, when
just
you
enjoy
can
your time.
see the response of him on the field,
Mm-hmm.
and then everyone is shutting up. Yeah, okay, it's an old memory, but
You see, I mean, how old is he again?
almost 4.
He just wants to have fun. He wants to enjoy you and play and
Yeah, okay.
be seen and felt. And if you sense that his system is vibrating, or just, oh, I see you. Why, just, yeah, I see. You know, he's feeling something or whatever. And you just feel with him and hold him and enjoy.
Yeah, and then the mom, of course,
See, at 4, I don't think he even has the constructs of secret and not secret and all
no,
that
but
stuff.
he sends the field, and when that's covered,
Mhm.
it's not so
Yeah.
easy when you're so sensitive.
Yeah. And so then, just like if his system feels insecure, then how can you meet him in that insecurity that gives him grounding and gives him a sense of you're there and enjoying your time with him?
Yeah, well, maybe the question is, can I be present? It was touched here then.
Mm. Yeah. I don't know if that's a valid question.
No?
No, because it's just like when you're with him, is your attention on you, or is your attention on having fun with him?
Yeah, the last up till now.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, and then just enjoy that time with him. Wow, how beautiful to be with a young human being. You can just be.
Mm.
I mean, that's a really lovely gift. Play, bake something with him. I'm sure he would love to bake something and eat it with you.
Maybe he loves cooking, I heard. So
Yeah.
maybe in the future, I don't know yet. But yeah, okay. Now it's something is here because it was going like this here.
Yeah.
And
No, I understand, it's just, but, it seems to me like we overthink things and make, it's just like, stay with the beloved, stay with you, just enjoying meeting this young boy. And when you present, as gently present with him as you can without trying to fix his whole life or change his whole life.
yeah, I know that one.
Simple. Yeah,
No, that's not simple for
yeah,
me. But
yeah. He'll enjoy. He'll enjoy you. He'll enjoy you.
yeah. Okay. Can we just sit for a little moment together?
No, with pleasure. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a little fighting and kicking in me pops up now.
Yeah. So you notice that, but again, you notice something like that, and then of the totality of your experience of now, what percentage is that kicking and all that stuff?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Yeah,
After?
like this, of your experience of this moment. If you let your attention be wide for a second, just hearing, smelling, seeing, recognizing you're in a universe, yeah? And then there's just a little movement going on somewhere, and our attention zeroes in on that. Forgets about the miracles of breathing and digesting and all the other things that are going on, you know, it's just like it gets zeroed in on something as if there's something wrong somewhere and have to deal with it.
That's good.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's I can see now it's sensations, but I don't know why my attention goes so strong to it. I mean, it must be a lot of ideas
I don't
around.
think there's a why. I don't think there's a why, you know, there's just it's like habits, you know, it's just habits.
How can I change that habit?
Like, I don't know even if that's a useful question. I think what's more of a useful question is, what are you interested in?
Peace.
Ah, then stay with peace. Yeah, like that. And how does peace like it when you stay with it?
And I can hardly breathe. breathe.
How beautiful.
Because it feels so exciting or so vulnerable or
Yeah, and stay with it because it's your main interest. Yeah. And the finer you are with it, the more, you know, your system gets even more fine and just staying with peace. It's beautiful. Just enjoy
and
it.
now it feels not so scary
Mm-hmm.
with you and the others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How beautiful. Enjoy.
Yeah, I will.
Great.
I'm learning to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
With ups and downs, but I'm learning.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cheers. Sommelier. the way that I'm meeting you, Samuel? Does it feel like I want anything from you or need anything from you?
No.
No, good, yeah. How is it for your system to be met like that? With no wants or no needs?
Safe.
Safe, yeah, beautiful. And you can just be them, yeah? And if I was in physical proximity to you, I would offer a hand or just shoulder, whatever, just some form of touch. Just so, because of being on Zoom, I can just offer that if that is useful, you can imagine that we're holding hands or just, yeah. You can rest in my lap or however, whatever fits for you, yeah? Can't make a mistake. Yeah, these tears are beautiful, and I don't think they're tears of sadness. I think they're more tears of relief. Yeah. So gently, just present, gently noticing all is well. Yeah, thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Hmm. Dorian, did you raise a hand or was that? No, sorry. Okay. That was Sylvie. Okay. See you. Hi, Sylvie.
Hi, Isaac. I want to look at something in my system. And that is that I sometimes have the feeling when there's love that I have to choose which one I love. There's sometimes a feeling I can't love both.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And you have 2 children, and do you have that with the children?
Sometimes, yes. And with the animals, it's not always, but sometimes I feel there's a blockage in, oh, but I have to choose. Yeah.
So I have to choose is a filter, you could say.
Yeah.
It's a thought. It's a thought, yeah. And the moment that thought comes up, what happens in you? Does it feel delicious and beautiful and?
No, it's
Okay, doesn't feel like that.
no, it feels like a very controlled mechanism.
Yeah, so then it's just like, if you get onto the highway and you notice that everybody's going in the opposite direction to you.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. Okay,
No.
then what do? You turn around, yeah? You go, okay. I went the wrong way, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Doesn't feel good.
And there's a lot of release now.
Yeah. It's okay to love. And the truth is, love just loves. It doesn't love anyone or anything. It just loves to love. Where it gets a little bit more tricky is when we feel attraction. It's like, but that's a little bit different than just love. Attraction, like, of course, we can be attracted to yeah, to people, to food for a while, to some kind of music for a while. And it changes. One moment you're attracted, next moment, no, it's gone. It's just a funny thing. It's not. So attraction comes and goes. It does its thing. We certainly can't control it. Sometimes it's just an attraction. Some of them are very shallow attractions. Some of them are quite deep. Just
Can't help it.
can't help it. It's just how life does its thing.
And how does it feel for you now in my system?
To me, everything seems good. I mean, I'm resting here. I can feel flow and can meet you as awareness and beyond any difficulty. Just love flowing and ease and beauty and then thought.
Just that.
Plum sweat is just a very sweet, yeah. I just love meeting in a way that invites the deepest love flow that's possible in that moment. In a way that every soul feels alive and just loving to love and enjoying.
It feels also now like the energy is streaming more freely again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Open.
Yeah. That's what we love, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know there's been so much conditioning about faithfulness and loyalty
Yeah.
and all that stuff, but it's yeah. Meaning itself beautifully right now.
Yeah.
Simple, beautiful. Thanks, Robin.
Thank you so much, Isaac.
Teresa.
Isaac.
Hi.
What just came up, what you spoke with Sylvie, how to say. For me, the love flow with you is really special because, I mean, the truth, the love flow.
Mm.
And, but also you, as a man,
Mm.
I really feel you, male energy.
Yeah,
So
and you know, I
let
think,
me speak it out,
yeah,
please.
yeah,
And then
with pleasure.
I ask myself, but what is this? We are all one. There is no other, no Isaac. Why is it special with him? I don't have this like this with my husband.
Mm.
Yeah,
You
this
know,
not
it's
for
like
me.
it's it's really rare that life meets itself without any wanting, without any need, without any expectation.
Yes,
Because as soon as there's any of that, behind it there's a big upset.
yes,
And so it's rare. I mean, it's like the moment there's, and we feel it. We feel like, wow, this isn't just unconditional. This is like if I'm not careful, there's going to be an upset projected onto me.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that's, I would say, that's how it is in most interpersonal dynamics. It's like this.
Yeah, more or less.
So more or less. And so it's like, are you my friend and you're supposed to be with me a certain way, or you know, you're my mother or you're my father,
Yes.
then I expect, and all these ideas. But when it's just we here, and it's just meeting itself, and it's the only interest is to meet itself the most beautiful that it knows how. That's all that it's interested in. What happens in that kind of attention is something, yeah, feels caressed, feels met, feels
Clear, clear.
safe, clear. Yeah, it's clear.
But I still feel you as a man.
Oh
And
yeah,
a
of course
kind
it
of
includes it.
attraction. That's,
Yes, of
yeah.
course it includes everything, Varisha. I mean, it's
Mm, mm.
like it's
So you
like,
are a dangerous man, Isaac. You're dangerous.
yeah, of course. But you know, it's I I would speak it differently. I would speak it. It's like, there was in the Krishna tradition. They say women were very attracted to Krishna. He would play his flute, and all the women would stop what they were doing and go and play with Krishna. But what they're talking about there, in my view, is that there's an aspect of consciousness that is so sweet. It touches the heart, and it invites us to love, which we love the most. And it's not the person, it's the consciousness. In my view, it's like that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And so it is easy to get that confused and think it's the person, but it's actually the consciousness, the way that it meets itself.
But anyway, I don't have this with anyone also. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, what what starts to open up is, at least it seems to me, as we explore together, especially when we come together as a sangha, that we're learning with each other. There's ways in which something starts to feel more safe and show itself more and meet heart to heart without the, you know, all the nonsense in between. It's like I went to a party the other night, and there's all these people that I know, but it was just blah blah. There was no just meeting sweetly. And for me, it's like after a
Not
while,
Sangha people, not people from the Sangha.
so yeah, some people that have been to
Also,
meetings and stuff, but it was you
oh,
know, it was a social party. So everybody goes into their social drinking wine and yeah, talking and all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I can just say for my taste, after a little while, I don't find it feeds me. I'd much rather be here where I'm hearing the birds and nature.
and then you leave.
I leave, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
An hour, two, and I mean, usually those things go until I don't know whatever time, but for me, it's enough. I just,
Another question. I just had an experience. One of my oldest friend after 42 years, a woman. I had the feeling, stop. That's it. I, I it doesn't resonate anymore. But now you just said we have certain expectations to other people, and I can see this. I had expectations to speak the truth and all this, to be honest. Huh?
yeah, you know, so
What you
that's
this?
we've done this experiment a few times. Like during the retreat, when talking would start to happen and it would go more in the direction of talking and all that stuff. And say, okay, let's consciously invite that. Everybody talk, go into being social, and just watch. Just do it as an experiment. Just watch and see what happens. And it gets very loud, and of course, at first there's you know, like a flow, but very quickly, then like this deep meeting gets lost.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to such a yeah, a shallowness is all I could say. It's and you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I could say, like for me, it's just not so interesting. I mean, who knows why that is? It's just.
So, concerning to the friendship, it's okay to have expectations, or I mean, or
For me, I just watch what happens when there is. You know, when it's, you know, at some point in this journey, just I started to explore and say, what is friendship? What does it mean? What is it actually? Say, you my friend, you're not my friend. What does it actually mean? And then being honest with yourself. What is that? It's like, because when I meet and there's no boundaries, I can't say you're my friend or it's like there's no, it's not, it's beyond that. It's just,
Mm.
you know. A lot of times what friendship revolves around is giving to get, and yeah, it's not free. It's like,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
You know, a little while ago, some people that I knew from 50 years ago in South Africa said, let's get together on Zoom and just
Uh-huh.
see where we're all at now.
Uh-huh.
And it went straight into opinions,
Oh, yeah.
arguments, or memories. And I went, okay.
Mm.
You know, nothing wrong with any of that. It's just, but not really what's interesting to me.
Mm.
You know, that's why I asked Esther, what are you interested in? Somehow, yeah.
Mm.
It's you know, it's for me lately. I've been quite involved with, I could call it projects where somehow a project comes in mind, and usually for me it's to make something beautiful, like whether it's building a little house or planting a garden or something. Just
Wow.
and when
Mm.
I'm just there with that, and that's my mind is quiet. It's just, and it doesn't matter whether it's doing something that's messy or dirty, or
Yeah.
it's just, there's nothing really. Once I have that this is what's happening, then it's just there, just that, doing that, whatever that
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is.
yeah. I know what you mean. I'm coming into this
And
also
then,
more and more.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
like today I was with about 5 or 6 other guys. We were all kind of doing a remodel of this place, and everybody's just doing their thing, and we don't have to chit chat with it or get into arguments about anything. It's just,
How
okay,
many
well,
people are living there, Isaac, where you live, this community?
but it wasn't to do with the community. It just had to do with
Ah,
the project
okay.
that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
that I'm involved in. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also in this community, like sometimes an upset will arise between different, you could say, owners that. But for me, the perspective is, look, we know that we wish each other well. So whatever upset there is, it's a misunderstanding. There's nobody trying to do anything strange. It's just like, okay, then an upset comes up and we can try and deal with the upset at the level of the upset, or we can go, wait, there's another possibility here. What's going on? Can we find a way to just not come, see that there's no bad intention. For starters, once we can see that, then the rest unfolds easily. But if we believe that somebody's trying to cheat us or something like that, you're in a fight before you start. Yeah.
Yeah. Treat the moment like they're beloved. It always comes back to this. Wow, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, simple, beautiful. And thanks for the vulnerability to speak. Wow, I feel this depth with you that I don't even feel with my husband. But it's true. It's like, I'd say it's rare within intimate relating that we can meet each other without past, without future, and without projection. It's so rare.
It's different, I like to say. It's different. There are
Yes,
also
of course.
depths and everything with my husband. But
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? As soon as there's past and future and a story of what we are or anything like that, then the liveness of here gets lost. And then, I made a statement, but just check and see if it's true in your own experience. It's like,
It's true. It's so true. I mean, if you, when you meet somebody and you are in honeymoon, you see and feel things different, and you don't make future you are in the moment. And, wow.
yeah,
So,
but a lot of times in the honeymoon, there's the story. Now we found each other and we're going to be together in this beauty
but
forever.
you more enjoy the moment than being in the future. So.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Thank you.
Treasure, yeah. Miss Delmar.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing, Rebecca?
Okay, yeah. I'd like to sit with you a minute with, there's something between me and my brother I'm not so comfortable with. And maybe I can just sit.
Sure, with pleasure.
Yeah, with you in this.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's in a way reframe. In my view, there's an opportunity. Yeah. And it looks like it's with your brother, but it's actually an automatic unconscious habit that's playing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to do with you, it doesn't have to do with him.
I do see this. It's between our patterns, yeah.
It's patterns playing with patterns. Yeah. So once we can, with all the exploring you've done, it's easy to see that it's not you and your brother, it's just patterns with patterns.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then out of interest, just see if you can describe the patterns that are playing. And just recognize that it's not your patterns or his patterns. They're just patterns. They don't belong to anyone.
Yeah.
So the pattern that plays in you, just see if you can find words for it.
Yeah, I see very much the energy of the patterns. From me, it's very difficult to put into words.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Just play. It doesn't have to be precise, because you're only talking about a perception.
Yeah.
It might not even, you're only speaking about your perception. So, yeah.
And funnily enough, I've been seeing that this pattern in me that he reacts to with his patterns is very similar to the pattern that I felt from my mother and I reacted to in the same irritation.
Okay.
And
even to say you reacted to, what's the difference between you reacted to or the pattern reacted to?
Yeah,
the unconscious pattern in you. Yeah. It's weird, eh?
Yeah.
If it was up to you, if it was up to me, I wouldn't react to anything.
Oh, I know. I would. It would leave me with such sadness.
Yeah.
That this was.
Yeah.
That these people who love each other can't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the nature of patterns. Yeah. So what does the pattern say? The pattern says that.
And it's left the feeling now that I received an email from him, and I feel I don't know where to go with it, or just like, it's just such a mess. Can't speak really about it.
Okay, no, it's so good. And maybe you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you try and speak within the mess,
yeah, it won't work. It won't.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
No.
So so there's love, and there's a pattern play, and the pattern is the pattern feels hurt, feels not seen, doesn't feel heard, something.
How do you know? How did you guess?
It's always the same, baby.
I know,
It's just like it.
Oh dear.
And absolutely certain that the other person could do it differently, and they need to do it differently because the world would be a better place if they did it differently. And so an upset arises to teach them the error of their ways. It's just like it's always the same damn thing. And somehow, in it, there's a making of the other person responsible for the upset.
I'm not even, that's not even happening. It's beyond, it's just seeing these impossible patterns.
Yeah. And so then just how does your system deal with the fact that there's impossible patterns playing? So it's going to come up with some compensation for that. Fuck it. I just don't want to see them anymore. I don't want to have that much to do with them anymore.
There's lots of, but it's like I can see they're all reactions, and it's like I am at a place now. I just really like where can this go, or just
does it have to go anywhere? So the pattern plays. So let's try it. Let's try something. Okay, Rebecca, I don't know why it is, but every single time we connect, it's just fucked up, and you don't seem to want to try and change or make it better, and it's like, I don't know if I can continue like this, and so, I love you, but it's impossible, and I've given up hope, and so something like that. Okay, so now, I know you think you're right, but you're really fucked up, and if only you were different.
Yeah.
But it's never going to happen. I've tried my best. I've tried it. I've tried everything I can, and it's just the same. So, too bad.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's always something like that, yeah, and within that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it feels I am now is there's it's like a fear of, or I don't want him not to be in my life anymore.
You're talking about him now. How much more in your life can he be?
I don't want to not see him anymore.
Well, you're seeing him right now in your mind.
Yeah.
And what is it that you call him?
My projection?
Whatever. I mean, that's the thing. It's just like, okay. It's like, in some sense, every moment, what's called Rebecca, 1 million, I don't know how many, 10 million cells are dying. And so this a revised version there.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, there's two possibilities.
Yeah.
You try and work on things so that in the future, you can meet each other in a different way. Or you just start meeting each other beautifully without having to touch the past. For no reason, just simply. So one is a lot more drama, and in some sense you could say, it's a lifelong project. The other is immediate, just loving for no reason, not anybody, just not making that love flow dependent on how anyone else is, just being like the sun and shining, because you love that.
I guess what it
So,
where
so as you're talking, just see if you can just really enjoy meeting me beautifully while you're talking about this other stuff. Or we can wait until you're done with this and then we can do that.
oh.
So now talk about the other stuff while we're meeting each other beautifully. See if it's still fun to talk about
Okay.
that stuff.
Okay. I'll try.
Sorry, I'm messing up your troubles.
Oh. Okay, I am going to try because I feel like there's hurt when this irritation from this pattern in my brother comes to me. Yes, it feels very unseen and very being unseen.
Can he help himself?
Well,
Does he have a choice?
Oh. Well, it's still this sort of like he should be more aware.
Yeah. Well, good. So if you were trying to train him, just you had the idea of training him, would you train him with a stick or would you train him with love?
Well, that's what I see myself being loving with him, and still this happens, and then.
What do you mean by loving? When you feel hurt?
I love him. I speak to him with love.
Yeah, but yeah. So when there's a hurt there,
yeah,
and the idea that he should be more conscious, how do you treat him?
And that's
yeah,
not loving.
Yeah, exactly. So. It's weird because we don't recognize it at the moment, like the hurt speaks and it means well and it tries to get things to be different, like it's tried hundreds of thousands of times and it's never worked ever, but it wants to try one more time because somehow it's confused that it's an expression of love. It's like this, like me showing the hurt that's here and blaming you is how I show love. Rebecca, I'm only going to love you when you are the way I want you to be. Other than that, sorry. I'll be as loving as I can, but unless you're the way I want you to be. I mean, but that's really like what happens in us without realizing it.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it. that's the
But
pattern.
let's put it another way. Let's put it another way. If you had someone in your life, every time you met them, they walked straight up to you and they slapped you across the face as hard as they could.
Yeah.
And so how many times would you go over to them and try and talk to them about it?
Well, that's sort of what
before you'd come to a point where you say, wow, that's interesting. It's like
this is happening.
somehow
Yes.
somehow that's just what happens.
I feel like I'm at that now, and what I wrote an email saying sort of, I'm not going to be slapped anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then it leaves me with sadness.
Yeah. So why would we even tell the person that?
What's I don't know. It came out.
Yeah. It's curious. Just
I wanted to, because to stand up for myself, because I never have.
Okay. So now that's healthy. Now there's a standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now just feel how it feels to stand up for yourself.
It feels good.
Yeah, cool. And then now come to the sadness. What's the sadness about?
Feels like a loss.
A loss, okay. So what did you lose? You lost getting slapped every time you meet someone. That seems like a big loss.
I lost this idea. I lost an idea.
You lost an idea, damn girl. You lost an idea. Oh, that's heavy.
I have a loving brother.
That's a big loss.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Maybe it's coming clearer now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yes, it feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. How nice. You actually, something in you is standing up. How awesome is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it goes into this idea of, I've lost an idea of a loving brother, what happens there? Just taking your time.
There is a pain.
So that idea,
Yeah.
is that idea worth putting on your altar and worshiping? Or just, wow, something stood up for itself. How great is that?
Yeah, okay. Just give me a minute.
No.
It's just in the layers of the onion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels clean. It's one thing that needed sorting. It was.
And who knows what comes out of it? When it's clear.
True. Yeah.
The holding on to the idea, I've lost something. Energetically, what does that do? It's like a hook.
Oh, it just takes so much energy, and it makes things unclear and unclean, and
yeah.
it makes me.
And it's his fault. It's his fault that you've lost it, and I mean, it's convoluted. It's unclear. Right now, something's standing up for itself. Who knows what the next moment brings?
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
How do you know what the next moment brings? How do you know you've lost anything?
Yeah.
Other than an idea.
Yeah. That's an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something responded and stood up for itself. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
And that other thing, oh, I've lost something, that's going back into a kind of a collapse.
Yeah.
And then what kind of identity comes out of that collapse? Oh, I've lost a loving brother, and
Yeah.
I'm such a sensitive soul who loves so much, but doesn't. I mean, I don't know what kind of identity comes out of that.
Yeah, there's a bit of all that stuff. Yeah. But,
it's a bit sticky and smelly and stuff.
yeah. But this was all in it, and now it's becoming clear that this is
How beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Just for fun, let's go to gallery view for a moment. And
Do what?
did anyone get any value out of that exploration?
Oh,
Have a look. So just to see, this is.
Thank you.
Cool.
Well, yeah, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate this Sangha and Sylvie doing this. And you, Isaac, of course.
Oh.
Oh, it's lovely to see you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Rebecca. Hey, Lily. You're still muted, Liliana. I can't hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Boom.
How are you?
Yeah, like this.
Seems a day of passions today, but I think you meet the moment without clinging to the past. It's probably the way to go.
Yeah. The alternative sucks.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh. I still feel the pull on my thing. So. Oh. Mm. Oh.
So there's a pull, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah.
Because this precious.
And if it was up to you, would that pull be there?
Oh, no.
No. So, and where's the pull trying to invite you to? Beauty, love, peace.
None of that.
Okay. And is it okay to say no to the pull? Look, not interested. Thank you. I've gone down that road how many millions of times?
Huh? Yeah. Oh.
Well, try one more time. Maybe it works this time. Your photo is frozen. Oh, yeah. Okay, I saw a blink. There's some movement there on the internet. Yeah, the connection's not very good, Liliana. I'll give it another second or two, then I'm going to go back to gallery view. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's not functioning properly. Okay, I'm back to gallery. Hey, Lorianne.
Hey,
Hey.
there's so much relief here to be able to meet in this naked vulnerability.
Yeah, perfect. That's the most beautiful. Yeah, just naked, vulnerable.
Raw, messy, blissful, unsure.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something that Varisha, or when she shared, it's like I'm really longing, not attraction, but like longing is cracking me open.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
And it's not objectified on other, but it makes it difficult. Like I don't know.
Yeah. You know, to me, just Ramana once wrote a love letter to Arunachala, and it went something like this. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but it went like, "What a mystery, you know! You brought me here to your feet, and you've given me everything, including leaving a yearning to come even closer." So that yearning, I mean, that yearning is, it's beauty. That pure yearning, when it's not objectified, it's just yearning pure. Yeah. And it is raw, and it is naked.
And I feel as if sitting with you in awareness, it just allows space for it to be without like the avoidance or the procrastination
anything
or
on it. Yeah,
anything
yeah, exactly.
to manage it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
And the actual energy of that yearning, when it's just here in its pureness,
It's everything and nothing.
yeah. Yeah.
It's not, it's impersonal and like personal to the finest point of my human as well.
Yeah,
Exquisite.
exactly. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Yeah, this has been like a very deep exploration for me over many, like a long time, because, you know, it's like there's a way that yearning can become suffering when it projects onto something. And there's a way that it can be, you know, like, wanting is the root of all suffering. And so kind of, how do I get rid of it? But to be, like we just explored, in that yearning pure, just what is this? This is like a baby yearning for a mother, or a you know, or it's a different. It is so. there's no separation in it. If it's honored and really met, it includes the humanness, and it's like, and it's, yeah, I find it exquisite. So
yeah, I've been aware of it, but it feels like now I'm quiet enough within holding and like my inner being to actually go there without freaking the fuck out.
Exactly.
To put it bluntly.
Yeah, no, I get it, because it goes so quickly into thinking it knows what it's yearning for. Yeah, again, just stories are stories, but I forget where this is from, but this in India, this guy from a low-class family met a woman's gaze, and he was infatuated, and she was infatuated with him. But the parents would not. He was from the wrong caste, and they would not agree to him. And this went on. This yearning went on for years and years and years, and the daughter couldn't eat and started losing her health, and finally the parents, the father said, okay, and you can be together. And when they came together, this young man had burnt so totally in that yearning. When he met her, he said, actually, it's like, this yearning brought me to my beloved. Yeah. So. It's an exquisite energy to surf, especially to surf together like this. It's just, yeah. It's like, and it gets down to a cellular level where every cell is just in that yearning, and it's just, oh, yeah.
Everything is included and nothing matters.
Yeah.
Oh, just back for a moment, Hattie. Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, so exquisite. Thanks, Larry.
And thank you for this space to whatever, stabilize. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Ah, you back, Lily?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Oh. I don't seem to be seeing you, Isaac.
I'm here. I don't know if that helps if I
I've stopped
speak.
you now.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Oh.
when we rest like this? How's it for you?
It is beautiful, very expansive. Just before you spoke, there was that experience of some energy, which is really lovely, but it feels like it needs to move, and it did move. And in the past, I couldn't do it by myself.
Yeah, it has its own intelligence, you know. It's giving it space and letting it. When it feels safe, it does move. It's just
yes,
yeah.
It's beautiful, and it is. I'm trying not to, while it's happening, not to use the mind or classify it or something. Or just being in it. It is beautiful. Yeah.
Beauty. Okay, Lily.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. I'm going to go back to gallery view for a few moments and just greet everyone again. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you, Sylvie, for hosting. Love, peace, beauty.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Sally.
You're welcome.
Ich bin doch ganz groß. Ich bin doch 4.
Bye, Jonathan.
6,40.
Ich bin 4.
4.
So alt bin ich.